problem and the issue with a central state-controlled digital ID system is manifold. On the one hand, we've seen millions of breaches. Even the best tech companies can't prevent them. We've seen them hundreds of millions of breaches already. We've seen Marks and Spencers. We've seen Heathrow grounded. We've seen 19,000 Afghanis, personnel, MI6 people. We've seen across the world, IVF treatment, Finland, everywhere we're seeing breaches. That's one thing about privacy. Ardar, billions in India, data being sold. But at the same time, I mean, we've also seen things, haven't we, like concerns around censorship, posting on media, two-tier approach to different types of posts. We've seen the Online Safety Act and questions around that. We've also seen debanking for people with certain views. We've seen that councils like to fine people if they don't recycle in the right bags, or fine cars going in places where we haven't democratically discussed where they go, but they survey and fine us. One system, digital ID, with your biometrics, where you have to declare everything, all of a sudden we're a papers, please, digitally society. And my mum can't do that anyway, right? She has to go down to the bank. There are millions of people who can't, but there are also millions of people who won't. There are people who are very concerned in the last 5 years, the draconian measures that have been imposed on people. We were told COVID passes, vaccine passports, somehow it would solve issues. Did none of the kind. Did lose 15,000 hospitality venues, though. We did see that happen. And the Tony Blair Institute and Keir Starmer now are very keen on doing this. Keir Starmer's got lots of issues. Andy Burnham potentially arrival, money questions, Labour together, the people who've put the plan forward, McSweeney, got questions about money. We're resolute. We have a protest on Sunday outside Labour Party conference together with farmers who've been doing things across Britain for a month, Scotland, England and Wales. We've got the public coming out. We've got protests around Britain. We're calling on the government to step back from this. We're lobbying MPs, and we'd like all your viewers to get involved. Togetherdeclaration.org. No to digital ID.
Alan, why is it, do you think, that the poll after poll shows public support for these measures? And this is what worries me. Is we saw poll after poll supporting vaccine passports as well, and look how that turned out for the public. We had some broadcasters calling for people to be held down and forcibly jabbed, if you remember correctly. It was mental, Alan. So why do the public support these things?
I don't think the public do support these things. If you ask the public, do you think it would be nice to have net zero, in principle, be nice to the planet? They'll say yes. If you say, do you not need to go on holiday as much? Should the lights go off? It depends how you ask the question, and actually you should consume far less meat. Then they'll say, no, we don't want to do that. It's exactly the same question. If you have an honest discussion about what digital ID, the costs versus the benefits, hundreds of thousands illegal migrants in France, Italy, Germany, they have national identity schemes, has not prevented it at all. It's a nonsense. It's more than a nudge. It's an attempt to impose it. But the thing is, the public do not support it. We need to thrash that out more with them, but it's not going to be done immediately unless they do some mad emergency powers thing. It's going to have to go through Parliament. We're going to challenge it the whole way. We'd encourage all your viewers to get involved. Say no together, no to digital ID.
Well, I think it's easy to speculate what the polls actually mean. I mean, the public absolutely did support lockdowns. I mean, I think that's unequivocal. And they still support them in retrospect. And at the time, they wanted them to go harder and faster. And the problem is, most people prefer security to freedom. I'm afraid that is just a natural human condition. So what arguments are you and others going to have to make to convince people that actually digital ID would be a threat to their security rather than a protector of it?
It's a really great question. I don't actually think people do all look back and support lockdowns.
Not all, but the majority.
But I think if the government goes on TV every night and tells them how scared that they should be about this thing, then there's a big campaign and a PR. Now, many people could say that was a once-in-a-lifetime thing. But obviously the discussion about the climate environment, we have a similar thing about fear and Armageddon and doom. And if you keep presenting if one keeps presenting the arguments like that, it's very tricky. Our point at Together is always to get out to the public. We've got local, regional and national campaigning groups. We get flyers on the streets in shops. We have hundreds of thousands of signatories. We'd like more from your viewers to actually talk with our neighbours, friends, colleagues, to make the point about free speech, about movement, about privacy. If we think that it's fine that millions of breaches are happening on a daily basis, 125 million Americans just in 2025 have had data breaches. We've seen a whole array of things like that. We've seen that with in Portugal and Spain, with the electricity going down, net zero issue, us not being able to access things. We live in a world where there are technocrats who like to say you can do this and you can't do that. We want to cancel people at universities. We want to say you get the police come into your house if you do a post that some people think's hurty. The idea that the state, apparatchiks, bureaucrats can just basically switch you on and off at any point, your banking, your free speech, your actual sovereignty, your personal sovereignty is an enormous problem.
Yeah.
And I think the British public are with us on this.